How's it going, everybody? I'm your host Sean and welcome to LUCiD. In today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you all how to change your default program for opening certain file types. So for example, I've got a folder here with 3 different image files. You can see lucid.tiff, photo.jpg, and transparentpaper.png. Now, even though each one of these images is a different file type, that doesn't mean that they have to be opened with different softwares. And in fact, if I just double click on photo.jpg, it opens up with Microsoft Paint. Now, for some of you that might be satisfactory, but this is a very rudimentary editing software, and I don't want to use it. So what I'm going to do is set it to open up with Adobe Photoshop. Now, the lucid.tiff file actually already does that. So when I double click it, it'll open up with Adobe Photoshop, and you can see it's open and ready to be worked on. So I'm going to close out of there, and I'm going to right click on photo.jpg and go over to open with, and you can see here that we've got a list of suggested programs to use. Now, instead of just selecting one of these, we're going to go to the choose default program. That way it does it every time we click on that file. So instead of just opening up photo.jpg with Adobe Photoshop one time, we're going to make sure that we set the default program for the duration of the time until we tell it to do something otherwise. So we've got it highlighted here, and we're going to click OK. And you can see it immediately decides to open up the file just to show us that the changes have been made. So we can go ahead and close it out here. And now if I double click on the transparent paper.png, you can see here that it opens up with Windows Photo Viewer. Now this is a totally different type of setup than Paint or Photoshop. It's strictly set up to just view a photo, hence the name Windows Photo Viewer. So I don't want to use this because it doesn't allow me to edit the image. So I'm going to exit out of that, and I'm going to right click and go to open with, and we'll choose default program. Now I want to point out that if the software you're looking to use isn't actually listed on the recommended programs, there's typically 2 reasons for that. One being that the file type that you're trying to use isn't meant for the software that you're aiming to open it with. It could also be that the computer doesn't know the location of the program, or that it's suggested to be used together with that file type. So if that's the case, you'll want to click Browse here and navigate through your folder systems to try to find where that program is so you can select it and use it for future openings of that file type. But since our suggested software is right here, we're going to highlight that and select OK. As before, it opens up with Photoshop, and you can see there's a big difference between having this here and in the Windows Photo Viewer. Even though I was showing you how to do it with image files, this can be done with any file type. You just need to know which program you want to use to open it up, and you can change it just as I've shown you. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. That way you can check out my past videos and stay in touch for my future uploads. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.